Anne Caldwell has blessed us with her musical talents over the years. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I speak exclusively with her one-on-one. Anne, it is so good to see you.
Quintin, it's so good to see you too.
Likewise. Thanks for doing this, I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. I hope I have answers that you can use.
Oh yes, indeed. Speaking of which, let me take you back to May 12th. The Sister Summer Foundation will present the Legacy Awards at the Founders Hall at Charlestown Landing, State Historic Site, the only event of its kind in the Lowcountry. This prestigious award ceremony was established to recognize the hard work, selflessness, and unwavering commitment of some of the most dynamic women of our color in our community. Obviously, you were one of the recipients of that particular award.
Yes, I was.
When you look back at the award ceremony to right now, what is the biggest thing that sticks out in your mind?
That I was numbered among all those prestigious women and was wondering the whole time, why am I numbered among all these prestigious women? You know, I do what I do and go home at night and go sleep. But I feel honored to have been included.
Wow, that's good to hear.
Yes.
And you know, I was looking at your website prior to this particular interview, and you're a busy lady. Anne Caldwell and the Magnolia Singers, Wednesday, May 3rd, Praise House, Circular Congregational Church. Anne Caldwell, Gullah Celebration, Kiowa Island, Saturday, May 6th. Anne Caldwell, Wednesday, May 10th, Circular Congregational Church. Anne Caldwell, Saturday, May 20th at 3:30, wedding. Who is Anne Caldwell these days?
Well, I talked to a priest friend of mine and I said, you know what, Rick, I'm a freak of nature. And he says, no, you're a divinely gifted child of the Most High God.
That's right.
And I thought about it, and it sounds better than a freak of nature. But you'd have to ask a lot of people, and I'm sure they'd all come back with different perspectives of who Anne Caldwell is. That's who I am. I'm different things to different people. So if you find 10 people, you ask them all, who is Anne Caldwell? I'm pretty sure they're going to tell you 10 different things.
I'll tell you one, you're a legend.
And I'm still alive.
Yes, ma'am. Thank God. Yes, indeed.
Thank God I'm still alive.
Yeah. Well, I read your biography too. It says this quote, a native of Denmark, South Carolina, Anne brings with her the spirit of her ancestors who used music as a way to commune with each other and God. Anne, along with the Magnolia Singers, continue to pay homage to their ancestors with a presentation entitled, quote, A Lesson in Spirituals. What lesson have you learned from all of this so far?
I would have to say, and I'm stuck for words, I'm looking, excuse me, to always give honor to those who preceded you, who did all the hard work,
Right.
so that we wouldn't have to do the hard work. As a race of people, we celebrate victories along the way,
Sure.
because no particular victory is it. There's always something else. So we, in my mind, it's making sure that those, especially the African Americans brought to this country for slave labor, are not forgotten.
Right.
And the music, all the music we know, the jazz, the gospel,
Oh, yeah.
all the music we know, grew down into those roots called spirituals. You know, we talk about the syncopation, the rhythm, the timing, all that. And when we do that, we bring to the forefront the ancestors who created them. And we don't want them to be forgotten. Maya Angelou said,
Right.
we are the hope of the slave.
Okay.
This is what they hope for. And when I look back on the previous presidential administration, I remember that night sitting there and looking at him and going, it wasn't that long ago that we were considered property. And now we've risen to the highest position known to mankind. And here we are. I call it from the slave ship to the White House. Here we are. So we have to remember, and I'm sure that those my age and older who remember when life wasn't so easy for us, but now it's a little bit easier because of them. So we remember them. We remember that we go far back and remember the music.
Right.
We've got to remember the music because the music tells the story. There's some who think, it's just slave music. No, give yourself time and listen to it. It was used to tell secrets, it was used to give instructions, it pretty much was used to describe the conditions the ancestors lived in and who they had to live in it with.
Right. You talk about ancestors. If you were to sit down with them one-on-one, what question would you ask them?
How did you do it? I'm amazed, especially when you think about the praise houses and the camp meetings and all that. And I've heard my relatives, elder relatives say, we sang ourselves happy and shouted our troubles out. That's what they did. But by the same token, they had to turn around and go back to the hardship that they were trying to get out of their system. I'm not sure I would have survived. I really am not sure. There are different kinds of courage. There's the courage to say, no, I'm not going to be a slave. I'm just not. And this is what I'm going to do to prove it to you. And the annihilation of self. Some of them did that. Some of them went through with it. The music always talked about the hope. There's always hope ringing through that. That we will know a better life. And we've struggled along the way for everything we've gotten. We, you know, when they finally declared that slavery would be abolished, that was a little victory. And then you move on, and then we've got civil rights we've got to fight for and maintain and get. And then we're moving on to justice. And in my mind, we're still waiting for that one. But I don't think in my mind, we haven't quite gotten to that one yet. So it's the struggle. How did you do it? And again, it's the music that got him through, and just the power of music in itself. What would life be like with no music? Of any kind. So the ancestors made their music. They composed. They were I would say America's first composers. They weren't writing all this down, but they had to carry it. They made the music, which was, I guess, part of the survival technique. But I would have to ask, how were you able to do it? And sit here and to endure that kind of treatment.
Write this headline for me. Anne Count Caldwell did what during her lifetime?
She encouraged, she enlightened, she enhanced, and she engaged, which is what I like to do in anything I do. For me, it's not just entertaining, although I do that. But I'd like people to walk away knowing that they've either been encouraged, enlightened, enhanced, engaged, and entertained. I like it when people say, especially when you sing a song like Route 66, and somebody walks up to you and says, you know, my husband and I were riding along on Route 66 and da-da-da-da-da-da. What you've done is engaged them in a memory that they may have forgotten along the way. So that's, if they could engrave that on my tombstone, I'd be okay. I'd be okay with that. And I had the revelation that stardom will come for me when I'm done, not now. Stars are up there where you can't reach them and they can't reach down to you, but all you can do is stand there and look at them and take in the fact that they're stars. I'm not a star yet. When I pass on and my star is up there for you to see, I like to reach out and touch people, and I like them to reach out and touch me. And it humbles me to know that what I do is appreciated.
Indeed it is.
I'd hate to be doing this and get on people's nerves.
Well, Ann Caldwell, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
That's it.
Oh yeah, it was very quick.
Wow.
Entertaining, informative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate this.
I appreciate what you do.
Oh, thank you.
It was good seeing you the other day.
Likewise. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Quentin.
Anytime. Yeah.